Taurus, you are up for the November Money Tarot Energy Reading. Before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. All right. So, this is the money reading for November. The general readings are already up for all of the signs. The love readings are already up for all of the signs for November as well. Of course, this is the money reading. I did a new moon and Scorpio reading for the collective. I also did a Halloween reading for the collective as well. I will be doing a full moon and Taurus reading for the collective probably in about a week, give or take. Whatever you watch or listen to, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person sitting here reading energy and the tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. Now, let me take a card from my Angels of Abundance Oracle deck, and then we'll get into my custom tarot money deck. May I have the energy for Taurus for November? May I have the energy for Taurus for November? May I have the energy for Taurus for November? What is it that Taurus needs to hear? What is it that Taurus needs to hear? What is it that Taurus needs to hear? May I have a card, please? Okay, 2 cards came out. All right. So, the first card that came out is savings. First card that came out is savings. So some of you may want to focus on your savings. And the card says, in the lighting, so yeah, as you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to feeling secure. As you focus upon your life purpose. Let me read that again. As you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is a part of your self-care and path to finding or to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. So focus on setting a little bit aside. Obviously, I always tell people that I'm not a financial advisor. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I tell people, don't be in the energy of scarcity. Like when you're setting the money aside, don't set a whole bunch of money aside because you feel like you're going to lose the money. Because that's not a good energy to be in. Setting the money aside just a little bit at a time is just you planning ahead and having something for a rainy day. That's all you're doing. At the same time, you have to remember to enjoy the money that you make too. Because if you have all this money set aside, but you're not enjoying anything, it's kind of like, what's the point? So yeah, again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. The second card that came out is take a divinely guided chance. Take a divinely guided chance. And this card says, all positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. I don't know why, something that I'm getting, I feel like these two are tied together with savings and take a divinely guided chance. I feel for some of you, you have to have the money set aside for a rainy day because in order to take that chance, you may need to leave something that is tied to your income to pursue something else. And you may not get the income right away, or you may start receiving less pay for a little while, what have you. But having a little bit of money saved can help you through the rough part of the transition. That way, when you get into the better part of the transition, you'll be very, very much on stable ground. And I feel like the savings is going to play a role in that. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I'll read this again. It says, all positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk, and you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. So take a divinely guided chance. All right, let me go ahead and take a few cards from the deck, and then I won't clarify with any tarot cards. I'll just tell you what I hear and what I see. All right, may I have the energy for Taurus for November? May I have the energy for Taurus for November? Energy for Taurus for November. What is it that Taurus needs to hear? What is it that Taurus needs to hear? What is it that Taurus needs to hear? May I have some cards, please? Thank you. May I have some? I feel like that card came out before you, for you before, Taurus, maybe a few months ago. I feel maybe like 3 or 4 months ago. But clearly, either you need to hear it again, or thank you, or somebody else needs to hear it. I'll tell you in a second. Thank you. This has been coming out a lot too. Thank you. May I have some more cards, please? Thank you. Okay. I didn't mean to take that many, but I'll go ahead and take it because 2 fell out instead of 1. Interesting. Okay, let's unpack some of this. Now, all of this could be the same timeline, or they could be all separate timelines. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. First card that came out is Pay Your Taxes. I feel like this came out during one of your money readings before, back a few months ago. If this is a viewer or a listener that regularly listens and you've heard this before, this might be for you, because somebody clearly needs to hear the message. So pay your taxes. Now, another card that came out was credit cards. Now, some of you may be doing something with credit cards. I feel like somebody might be doing a debt consolidation. That just came to me, totally random, like consolidating your credit cards. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But also, I feel like for some of you, you might end up paying your taxes with your credit card or credit cards as well. I feel like some of you may do that. Also, totally random thing I heard. I feel like someone didn't know that they could pay their taxes with their credit card. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Okay, another card that came out is online college or online course non-college. So some of you may be taking an online course to help get a certificate. You're learning a new trade or something of that nature. It could be in the hospitality industry, because this card came out. Some of you may already work in the hospitality industry, or you may want to work in the hospitality industry. I also feel for someone may work on a cruise ship, or either they work at a resort at an island or something, like in the Caribbean or whatever. It doesn't have to be, but I feel like it's a resort where it's not, how can I say this? It's not a place people go for everyday life. People go to this place to go on vacation. That's what it's known for. So you'll know better than me. But I feel like somebody may work at a resort. And I also feel like it may be on and off seasons. Like someone may work 6 months there and then they may be somewhere else 6 months. Something of that nature. Another card that came out is nonprofit organization. So some of you may be thinking about starting a nonprofit organization. You may work at one, or you may be giving to one. Who knows? But there may be something in your orbit involving a nonprofit organization. For some of you, there may be something with a nonprofit organization and credit cards, too. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Now, this card came out, ageism. There could be ageism going on where you work. And this doesn't necessarily have to be about where you work. Maybe it's something else. Maybe there could be ageism in the course that you're taking, where maybe what you're doing is for a younger crowd and you may be a little bit older, and the younger crowd might be making it known that you're older, and maybe there's some type of passive aggressive stuff going on or whatever. It doesn't necessarily have to be this, but that's one of the things that I'm kind of picking up. Also, for others of you, it just may be ageism in general, where I just heard people see your age first instead of seeing you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So some of that may be going on. All right. And then another card that came out is family giving you money. So your family might be giving you money during the month of November. Maybe you'll see them during Thanksgiving or something, and they'll just decide to give you money for whatever reason and do that. But I feel like a family member or family members could be giving you money for something. They may see that you need money for something and they want to help out. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I also just heard too, with this online course, that might be why family is giving you money, because they want you to take the course and get certified, like they're helping pay for it, or they're paying for something else, because maybe this online non-college course will take up a lot of your bandwidth. So maybe you won't be able to work as many hours, or something else is going on that it takes away from your ability to do all the things you need to do, which might affect your income or your bills or what have you. And your family wants to help you out because they see that you're making an attempt to better yourself. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. All right, but that is the energy. The biggest thing here, because I feel like some of you are gearing up for this new thing. I feel like some of you are gearing up to take a chance, is what you're doing. And I do feel saving some of the money that you bring in will play a huge role in this. So when you get ready to move into whatever new timeline that you're looking to move into, you'll already be set to go. All you have to do is just take the leap and start off on the new journey. All right, so that is your message. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Till next time, Taurus, be blessed.